Hello friends, welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. Okay, I have a bit of a grocery haul for you all today. I don't have everything because my mom and grandma are coming back from Illinois and they ended up getting us a lot of meat. They went to a bulk store and got us some snacks for the kids and several things of meat. So I won't have a ton of meat, specifically chicken and ground beef I won't have today, but I might add that in at the end when we pick it up from them. But anyway, I will share right here on the screen if you want to take a screenshot of the meals that I will be making. So these ingredients are for all the meals that you have on the screen here. But also we have extra for snacks. We homeschool, so we are here all day long. And so these are for snacks for the kids, for quick lunches, for if we're not here. My oldest two teenagers, they like to have just quick meals because I don't really like them cooking while I'm gone. So they will have just quick grab and go meals, but also, this is not our large grocery order. This was all about $300, but we usually do one big grocery haul, and that is not this one. So we do one big grocery haul every month, and in between there, we do smaller ones. Unfortunately, our smaller ones are now $300 with grocery prices. So that is what this one was. It was just under $300, like $280, I want to say. So and then we also did get pet food, like dog and cat food, so you won't see that either, but that was included in that price. So I will start off. We got cheese for pizza and random things. Eggs. How much are eggs around y'all? Because they are just shy of $1 million here, basically. So I bought the 18 pack and it actually is about $7 for this at our Walmart. The one that I usually get at Sam's Club is like $32 now, and it's crazy because that used to be in the teens, and last time I bought it, it was like $19, I want to say. So it's insane. So I just ended up getting the 18 pack this week. Chocolate chips. I'm going to make a couple baked goods, probably chocolate chip cookies. Also, if you have seen any of my other grocery hauls, my teenagers specifically get into my chocolate chips, and so I have to buy extra because it's like a snack for them. I got some of this shampoo and conditioner. It's very, very cheap, which I liked, but I put it in these other bottles, and surprisingly, my daughter liked them. I bought them for my youngest son, and my daughter liked them, and her shampoo is normally very, very expensive, so it was kind of funny. So I'm like, oh, well, that's great because this is super cheap. So I'm maybe making the switch for a little bit with her. We'll see how long that really lasts. But I get this laundry detergent. I switched a couple months ago, and I really, really like this. It smells incredible. It works really, really well. And it's only like $5.50 for this big bag. So I really like it. The Angel Soft toilet paper. Potatoes. I've been doing a lot of different things with potatoes lately, so I needed a big pack of that. There's 10 pounds. Some of it was ordered, and then some I picked up at the store. And however, I've had so many issues with Walmart pickup, so I have stopped letting them get any vegetables or meat or fruit. So I have them pick everything else, and to make sure that I get good quality meat, vegetables, and fruit, I go in and I pick it up myself. So I had an order, and these, I don't know, you know how sometimes they gift you things for holidays? These were in, I absolutely hate the smell of lemons. or not, of melons, not lemons. So I am gonna have to investigate a little further, but I thought, okay, well, this was in someone else's grocery haul, so I'll let you see. But I did not pick that. So I'm gonna have to kind of look into why that was in my order, if it was accident or if it was like one of those Walmart gifts that they do. I'm not sure. Some easy things and pantry staples. Mac and cheese for easy lunches for the kids. I got some more beef bouillon cubes, some seasonings. Cream of chicken is all I got today. I usually alternate between cream of chicken and cream of mushroom. I didn't need cream of mushroom. I'm kind of just filling in the holes. I like to have canned goods in case we don't have power or something like that. So easy things to put in the pantry. Like, it's a good thing to have in the pantry, and my kids, if you really fry it enough, they think it tastes like bacon. So I like to have this again in our pantry if we don't have power or something like that. We have these. And my daughter, she's 13, she likes these. I used to like them when I was a teen too, so got her some of those. I needed more chili powder. I'm going to be making enchiladas, and these are the green chilies that I like to put in our enchiladas. Some sweetened condensed milk for baking. I like making the Olive Garden salad for dinners, and this is a really, really close one to the Olive Garden dressing. So I get this one. We needed mayo and salt. And then I needed bacon, and these were really cheap. I buy the really cheap bacons if I need them for recipes. If I need it like just for breakfast or something, I'll buy the bigger packs or the thicker ones. But I don't need those for breakfast. I just need them in recipes. So that is why I bought like the smaller ones. And then if you watched my last video, this is my new obsession, pot roast. Kind of a funny story because I didn't used to like pot roast, and now I'm obsessed with it, in which, you know, I guess there's weirder things to be obsessed with. So got a pot roast again this week. I got these because my son likes those burgers that are already assembled, like the frozen ones, and you can just throw them in the microwave. Well, when I was picking them out, they're insanely priced for only like 4 of them. So instead, I just got these cheap burgers. There's 12 of them, and I got, where are they? I got buns, and we're just going to pre-do these, put them on the grill, wow, if I could speak, and I'm assuming it's probably pretty similar. So that's why I got those. We're gonna assemble those, and that way he can have them for lunch, my husband can bring them for lunch, and it will be just a quick and easy thing for him. Other quick and easy things, my 5-year-old, he loves the nuggets that are shaped like dinos, so that's what we got here. And then my other kids, they love making wraps with these for lunch. So they'll bake them in the oven and then kind of slice them up and put them on tortillas with lettuce and tomatoes, other veggies, stuff like that. So that's what those are for. I got some lunch meats. One singular ground turkey. I like throwing that into chilies. So got that. 2 things of vanilla yogurt, sour cream, butter. I got 2 of them because I'm going to be doing some baking. And then if you remember my other grocery hauls, you will know I'm notorious for getting cream cheese and not bagels. And you would not be shocked to find out that I actually forgot the bagels again during this one. So we have cream cheese. We do not have bagels per the usual. So I don't know if I'll end up making a trip or not. My kids love bagels. My 2 older ones especially love bagels. So on to the veggies and fruit. I got these. We've never had them before, but my daughter eats like a yogurt parfait almost every single day. And I saw these, and they had a bunch of different kinds of fruits in them. there was a ton of, she's actually already gotten into them, if you can see, and the granola. So she loves these on the yogurt with granola, and she tried these today, and I got her this, and I also got her some other fruit, but yeah, so we're gonna try those out and see if she likes those in her parfaits instead, because they were pretty cheap, and like I said, they have a bunch of different fruits and stuff in them, so I think she'll like those. I got frozen vegetables, some green beans, mixed vegetables. I use this a lot in like fried rice or just rice in general, or basically like any casserole, anything that I can add vegetables in and kind of disguise them a little for my kids. This is usually what I like to use. So I got one of those, and I usually always have these on hand so I can work them into meals. So I'm kind of stocking up on those. I got a couple avocados. They had some good ones at the store today. A red onion. I thought I needed it, and it turns out I actually have a whole thing of them, so I didn't even need that, but we'll figure it out. Tomatoes, spinach, some lettuce, bananas, mushrooms, and strawberries. Okay, now moving on to kind of the extra things. My kids love Frosted Flakes. We have a bunch of other cereal that they actually don't eat as much, but my husband and oldest, they both like to eat cereal as dessert some nights, so they wanted Frosted Flakes this week. My 5-year-old saw these on an end cap and wanted to try them. I'm sure they're absolutely terrible for you and filled with just sugar. It's probably like Kool-Aid, I don't know. But he got those. They were, I think they were only a couple bucks, so for this whole pack. And I thought, why not? My husband likes to bring these for work, so I get those most weeks. Theo, my youngest, he also likes them. Speaking of Theo, he is a snacker, and he wanted to try these this week. He practically begged for them. So he's gonna try those. I'm not sure where I left off because my screen just went black and I'm not sure what just happened. But we got these. I like keeping these in the pantry, so I usually just buy these. We got a big pack today, and kids like snacking on them randomly, so it's a good thing to have. Also, I like to have these, and I'm just now checking because I had them pick this, and I'm like, I don't even know what flavors I chose. But we got granola bars. Again, I like having those. If you're on the run and the kids want a snack, I like having those. I don't know why I keep buying cake mixes, because I think I have like 5 in there, and most of the time I just end up making them from scratch. So I don't know. I just like having them, I guess, because I don't know, because I'm not even making them. I just keep buying them. So I bought a yellow cake mix this week, and we will see if I actually make it. My daughter wanted granola. We usually make it, but she wanted just to buy some, I guess. So they also have a pretty good variety of their granolas, I've noticed. They feel like they've went up recently, or maybe I'm just now noticing. I don't know. But she got this one, and she's already been in it. So I think it was probably good. We get the vanilla silk almond milk. So I recently got this for something else, and my kids drank it and they thought it was so good, so I ended up buying another. It's just the cherry, no sugar added, juicy juice. But I don't know, my daughter said it tasted like some Capri Sun. I got milk, half and half, and then the buns for those burgers that we're gonna prep for the week. Some English muffins, white corn tortillas, and then 2 packs of the normal tortillas. Like I said, I'm gonna do enchiladas this week, and that uses generally a whole pack. And then if my kids want any kind of wraps or anything during the week, I also do that for my husband's lunch. Sometimes I like to mix it up, and instead of sandwiches or leftovers, I'll do some kind of a wrap. So I have to buy 2, if I want to have one for dinner and one for any extra lunch stuff. And then corn tortillas, because we also, oh, I didn't put it out. We also got chorizo. We got a couple different kinds. And so I got the corn tortillas for the chorizo. But, oh, and we got waters. So that is all currently. Like I said, my mom and grandma, they ended up picking up a ton of meat and other snacks. I don't really know what that means, but we spent about $300, just under $300 for all this. I feel like every time I do grocery hauls, after I put out all the groceries on the island, I look at them and I'm like, that does not seem like $300 worth. It is insane the quantity of items that you can get these days versus just a couple years ago. I'm still in shock. We are a family of 6, and like I said, this was just under $300. And it's really not a lot, especially we are always home, so we eat majority of our food out. We're kind of in an area where we don't really have anything that's easy to get to anyway. So most of our meals are at home. If we go and get groceries during the week, that is usually the only time that we ever eat out, or for like special occasions. But it's just wild to me how grocery prices are. And I know everybody's feeling it right now. I see it all the time in all these other groups online and everything. It is hitting everybody so hard. And I just hope that something's got to give soon. I hope that something changes, because it's too much. And what's wild to me is that grocery haul was almost $300, and that barely included any meat. I bought 2 things of chorizo, a ground turkey, and a pot roast. Other than that, it didn't include any meat, and lunch meat if you include that. But there was also no, I did laundry detergent and toilet paper, but it was no paper towels. It was no like laundry softener, no cleaners, nothing like that. No like household things. And most of the time I make a lot of our desserts and snacks and a lot of stuff from scratch. I'll make pasta. I don't usually buy bread anymore, other than like the buns and the English muffins, but a lot of stuff we also do from scratch. So the fact that there's no meat, hardly any home goods, and I do a lot of cooking from scratch, and it was almost $300, it just blows my mind. I mentioned how my mom and grandma, they were getting us some meat. They ended up going to Sam's Club up in Illinois in the Chicago area. My mom's up there for work, and my grandma went up with her to visit. So they're up there visiting my brother. My mom is working, but they went shopping, and a lot of times they'll bring stuff home with them. And while they were at Sam's, they were like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and do some of your meat for your freezer, which was so, so nice and so much appreciated. So they are doing that in exchange for a couple loaves of homemade bread and a couple batches of the sourdough cinnamon rolls that I make. So I am absolutely happy to do that exchange, because it is, in my opinion, not at all even, but it's just kind of funny how that worked out. This might just be me, because it is starting to get warm here. We are in the first week of February, and I'm sitting here doing this voiceover, and it is over 70 degrees here. I think it's like 71, 72. And coming from Chicago, that's insane, because we would have snowstorms. I mean, until April, we would still be having snowstorms in April. So it is definitely completely different from up there. But now that it's starting to get warmer, I'm getting that like spring cleaning itch. I just want to like revamp things and go through everything. And I started working on the garden and trying to figure out like more of a better placement and plan for the garden. We're going to be expanding it this year. I'm very excited about that. So anyway, I don't know if it's just me or if everybody's still in winter, but but these warm days are having me feel like spring is coming. These are the bottles that I ordered for mostly my younger boys. It came with a shampoo bottle, a conditioner bottle, and a body wash bottle. But I ordered them just online at Walmart because I thought it was easier for them to have like a pump lid while they're in the shower. So I got this for them. And then, like I was saying in my grocery haul, my daughter, she started using these, and she normally uses very expensive shampoo and has for years. However, she was using these because she thought that it was like this was a different brand that she had never seen before. And she came to me without knowing and was like, I really love Lincoln and Theo's shampoo. And I just thought it was hilarious because it is this Suave brand, and which, if you know, in the store it is very, very cheap. However, this keratin infusion is a really good one. I've used the conditioner in my hair before, and it is really good for like moisture and all that. So anyway, she ended up really liking it, not realizing that it was this cheap stuff that I ended up getting just for my youngest boys, because, you know, if you have kids in the shower, I feel like they end up going through a whole bunch, and this kind of helps them a little bit regulate how much they're getting. So they do about a pump, and they're just using this cheaper brand of shampoo, but it actually turns out to be very good, if you ask my 13-year-old. Okay, so this is way later. I am just adding in to my grocery haul the couple of things that my mom and grandma picked up when they were out of town for us. And then Theo is back here. Say hi, Theo.
Hi.
But okay, so they picked up at Sam's Club. They got what is this, about 5 pounds of chicken here. These are drumsticks. And then 5 pounds of chicken thighs. Then I guess these were on sale or something, so they got a bunch of these, and then they also left some with my brother. So we got Pop-Tarts, Sunny D's, a whole case of that. My kids have already gotten into those. They love those. They got a 10-pound bag of sugar and a 12-pound bag of flour. And these are pork steaks, I believe. Yep, pork steaks. And this is 5 pounds of pork steaks. And then they got 10 pounds of ground beef. And then also, she just randomly threw this in. If you like Biolage shampoo and conditioner and you have a Meijer near you, this is basically the same thing. It smells exactly the same. I used to use this. We don't have a Meijer near us now, but when we did, before we moved, I used to use this because it's like half the price of, maybe even, it might even just be a fraction of the price of Biolage. So if you like Biolage shampoo and conditioner, I highly recommend it. They have all different variety of this at Meijer. But we got all this to add into the grocery haul, and they picked these up because they went to Sam's Club and they got this in exchange for me baking them homemade bread and homemade sourdough cinnamon rolls. So I got all this, and I will be baking a whole bunch for them. My husband is separating all the beef per pound. We do not have a scale to measure it, so it's not exact, but it is pretty darn close. And this is something that we usually do once a month. We will get a lot of ground beef and a lot of chicken. Sometimes we'll throw pork into there. We don't eat pork a whole lot, but we eat a lot of ground turkey, ground beef, and chicken. So he will generally break them up, and we separate them about into pounds, sometimes 2 pounds, but generally it's about a pound. And then we put them into our freezer. That way we can get in the freezer and just kind of grab out however many pounds we need at a time. and thaw that and not have to thaw the entire thing. So that's what he was doing there. And I have been so busy, and it has been a hot second since I have made bread. We have been out for a couple of days of bread, and so I am working on getting just some normal sandwich bread going so we have enough to start the week out. My boys often like toast in the morning, so I'm starting that so we can have some toast in the morning, and then also my husband can have a sandwich. I think he's out on a job tomorrow, so he'll need a lunch that he doesn't have to heat up or anything. And then since we had the pork steaks out, we went ahead and seasoned them up and threw them on the grill for a quick, easy dinner. We were kind of it was getting a little late outside, and we were like, what are we going to do for dinner? And that was thawed. So that's what we did. We just had those, sliced those up, and served them with a baked potato. It really doesn't get any easier than that. I thought this sunset was so beautiful. I'm always showing you guys the sunrises out our front. That was the sunset out of our back. The warm weather and the sunset and grilling food again. It just really has me all in my summertime feels. I am so excited for spring, and it just gives you that feeling of freshness and new, and I'm so embracing that this year. That is something I desperately need, is that healing, and I am so there for this spring. There are so many different outside projects that I am really excited to get started with, so I cannot wait for that. And I'm wanting to get started a little earlier this year too. We didn't start until a little later last year, and summers are so hot here. They're brutal, and our house is in full sun every single day, all day long. So I like to get started early so that way we're not working in that heat, and then on top of that we can enjoy it once the heat actually gets here. These loaves of bread are done with their first rise, so I'm tucking them in and rolling them up into loaves. Then I'll place them into the loaf pans to do a second rise before I bake them. I've made these loaves of bread tons of times on my channel, but I will go ahead and include the recipe down below because I don't think I've done that in a while, so I will include the recipe down below. However, one thing that I have started doing that I didn't used to do is when they are done and I pull them out of the oven, I immediately brush butter on the top of them, and then I cover them with a towel, usually the one that I had over them when they were rising. That way it kind of makes it more soft, the crust. If you want it crustier, then you don't have to do that, but I like it more of a sandwich bread top, and so the crust I like a little softer, and I found that brushing it with butter when it first comes out of the oven, maybe even more than that if you would like it to. I usually just do the one time, and then placing the towel over it while it cools down. It makes the crust more of a bread crust and not so crusty, if that makes sense. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. My next video, I am planning on posting a video midweek this week. I know sometimes I do that and sometimes I don't, and I usually will post on Fridays as well. But I will be having a video this week, midweek too. And so I hope to see you in the next one. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.